List of English quantifiers that follow this pattern: a, of, noun. This video contains 40 English quantifiers. This video is brought to you by AP English. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and help to spread this to more people who love to learn English. 1. A bit of. A bit of. A bit of something. We use this to mean that a small portion of that thing or a small amount of something. A bit of goes with an uncountable noun. Example: I didn't think that I could pass the exam, but I finally got it done with a bit of luck. He told me that he would need a little bit of time to handle all those tasks. 2. A set of. A set of. A set of followed by a countable noun. We use a set of something to express a number of somethings in a particular group or that belongs to a particular group. Example: it's the festival that is coming around the corner. I might need a new set of clothes. The company has just been established for a few months and it really needs a set of rules for smooth operation. 3. A band of. A band of. A band of goes with a countable noun. A band of often indicates that something has a particular same characteristic. A band of also means a strip of something that can be joined together. A new band of people who voted for leaving the union are now getting together under a new brand name. She has got a watch band that is made from a band of blue colors. 4. A bar of. A bar of. We often use a bar of something to indicate a solid piece or block of material. A bar of also indicates that something is longer than its width. Example: she gave the kid a bar of black chocolate, which they liked it very much. I was wondering why he didn't feel tired with a bar of gold hanging around his neck while walking downtown. 5. A barrel of. A barrel of. Use this to indicate a great quantity of some things that equals to an amount of a barrel which contains that things. Example: there was a big party last night here and all people have used up a barrel of wine that stored for years underground. The farmer caught a barrel of crabs that he would want to make a barbecue with them. 6. A batch of. A batch of. A quantity of materials that prepared or produced at one time. Example: my mom is waiting for a new batch of cookies to come out. 7. A block of. A block of. A solid piece of hard material that can be altered for different purposes. The patient was suggested to use a block of ice for lessening the fever. 8. A box of. A box of. A quantifier used to describe things that are stored in a piece of container. Example: they delivered us a full box of things that they got from the last trip. He gave her a box of chocolate and a rose. 9. A branch of. A branch of. A part or division of a group or organization. A part of a tree. Example: the corporate made a new move in this market by opening a new branch of its business in this area. There was a little woman sitting on a branch of that apple tree, and the bird saw her in a quick glance. 10. A break off. A break off. Use this to indicate a rectangular block of something that is made from hard material. A brick of gold. A brick of soap. A brick of ice. Example: I don't really remember. When should I acquire a brick of gold as my marital ceremony, a gift for both of us? 11. A bunch of. A bunch of, a lot of, or a number of things of the same type, a group of things or people. We had to choose a good clothes set from a bunch of ours in the wardrobe. He has made a new bunch of good friends after those trips to further east. 12. A bundle of. A bundle of. A package or collection of things that wrapped together, a compact way of something. Example: my husband is on his shopping addiction again. He has just bought a bundle of game controllers for the last 2 weeks. The baby is so cute. He gives us a bundle of joys looking at him when sleeping. 13. A cake of. A cake of indicate a block of compacted thing. Example: I don't think that a cube of ice can help in cooling down the system heat. Therefore, I just get him a big cake of ice. 14. A chapter of. A chapter of. A main section of a book or a series of events on something. Example: the writer tried it to complete a new chapter of her own guiding book. Moving to India really opens to a new chapter of my entire life. 15. A chunk of. A chunk of. A part of something big or a piece of something, an amount of something. Example: she sent me a big chunk of texts talking about how bad I was, so I just ignored them. I've spent months in fixing these mistakes of my wife. That's a whole big chunk of time that I could give her. The company had just been reported in losing a huge chunk of profits, so I thought I shouldn't expect to have a pay increased. 16. A clump of. A clump of. A group of things mussed together. Example: there was a clump of fish swimming over here, finding food that floated on the riverside. 17. A collection of. A collection of. A group of things or people. My younger nephew started a collection of stamps a few months back. A new collection of taxes might be imposed on business owners in the next fiscal year. 18. A cube of. A cube of. A solid piece of something that has a cube shape. Example: I order a big cup of tea, and don't forget to inquire for a cube of ice too. 19. A cup of. A cup of. A drinking vessel to contain its drink, indicate something drink stored in a cup. She really prefers a morning brew, so I made her a cup of strong black coffee. I basically enjoy 2 cups of green teas every morning. 20. A drop of. A drop of used a drop of to indicate a quantity of fluid or a small amount of drink. Example: Jane was so gloomy looking outside the window, and further to a drop of rain which was still hanging on a leaf. Just a drop of this fluid detergent will clean up all those clogging dirty fins on your shirt. 21. A fair share of. A fair share of. A reasonable amount of something. Example: we need to make sure there's a fair share of attentions to both of our kids. 22. A few of. A few of. A small number of units or individuals. Example: most of my classmates failed in the entrance exams to college, but only a few of them did pass the exams. 23. A fortune of. A fortune of. This is mostly used in expressions like a fortune of money to indicate a large amount of money. Example: actually, my husband is not so rich, but he's only one son who inherits a large fortune of money from his family. 24. A fraction of. A fraction of. A teeny amount of something or very small portion of something. Example: he was a little bit nervous, so he felt reluctant for a fraction of a second before presenting his idea. 25. A great deal of. A great deal of. A large amount of something. A great deal of or a good deal of go with an uncountable noun. Example: they've spent a great deal of money buying furniture for house decoration. She made a good deal of effort to be accepted to this top high school in this town. 26. A great number of. A great number of. A large number of something. This is used with a countable noun. Example: my team had to spend a great number of days to get this project done before the due ended. 27. A group of. A group of. A group of people or things that share the same qualities. Example: there is a group of newly graduated students searching for their first jobs. 28. A heap of. A heap of. We use a heap of something to indicate that it's a large amount of something that could be piling up. Example: since we are on the beach now, our babies can play with a heap of sand while we are sunbathing next to them. She is on a 2-week vacation, but when she comes back, there will be a heap of work to deal with. 29. A hill of. A hill of. This is used as a heap of something such as sand, beans, seeds. Example: Jim was paying attention to a hill of sand that seemed to suddenly appear next to his garden. 30. A hunk of. A hunk of. A large piece or a lump or a chunk of something. Example: my mom gets each of us a hunk of bread and a bottle of milk for breakfast. 31. A knob of. A knob of. A small piece of something. Example: she got her a knob of butter pasted with peanuts and enjoyed them. 32. A large amount of. A large amount of. This only goes with uncountable nouns. Example: the job that she is applying for requires a large amount of working experience which she might be lacking of. There was a large amount of time spent on this project, but it was just in vain. 33. A large number of. A large number of. This applies to countable nouns only, and this means a number of things. Example: the customer ordered a large number of items to be shipped all at once. 34. A large quantity of. A large quantity of. This is used with countable nouns, and this means a large number of things. Example: the construction place requires a large quantity of bricks to be imported this month. 35. A load of. A load of, a quantity of things or items that can be packed in one unit. Example, they are packaging a load of automobile parts before shipping them to the cargo. 36. A loaf of. A loaf of. This is mostly used in a loaf of bread to indicate that it's a shape of molded mass of bread. Example, my little dog looks at me slicing a loaf of bread. It seems that he also needs to have some. 37. A lot of. A lot of. This can go with both countable nouns and uncountable nouns with the meaning of plenty of. Example, we still have a lot of time, so just no need to hurry. She has brought a lot of fresh fruits, preparing for the party. 38. A lump of. A lump of. A piece or mass of something, especially things without a regular shape. Example, I can make a little doll for the baby. A lump of clay. The traveler thought that a lump of charcoal might help him with burning a fire. 39. A majority of. A majority of. Most of. Or a large number of things. Example, the exam is so difficult that a majority of students might fail it. 40. A mass of. A mass of. A large quantity or a large amount or number of things. Example, a mass of volunteers are getting together at the city square. They're starting a new campaign to help with hurricane-affected areas.